first of all, we really appreciate you doing this interview. I'm sure it hasn't been easy to put yourself out there like this. And so mahalo for speaking with us. You know, we,
Oh, well,
yeah, there's so many people here in Hawaii that have so many questions, and it's difficult to get answers. And to the viewers that will be listening to this, Lisa was in Hawaii for a 3 week trip. Is that correct?
yes. I was in Hawaii for 3 weeks.
Okay. And when you returned to Colorado, that was when you got a positive test for coronavirus. Can you take us through um, the illness from when you think you first started feeling symptoms until now?
Sure. So, my husband and I traveled from Colorado. We're from Crested Butte, um, to Hawaii from February 2nd to February 19th. And I felt great when I was in Hawaii. I felt really good. On the 19th, when we were getting ready to leave, is when I just kind of had just a few little sniffles in my nose. You know, like if you go outside and sometimes your nose starts running, just like that. That's it. That's all I had. And then I started having like just a little pain on my left, in my shoulder blade neck area. But we were backpacking and stuff like that, just having fun. Then we got back to Crested Butte, and I started having like muscle aches and pains and joint pain, and it's like maybe it's from being just at sea level. I was at sea level for 3 weeks, and Crested Butte's high altitude. It's like 8,800 feet, and so I got massaged and just kind of went on with my activities and I never had a cough. If I remember having any cough, it was just like in the morning when you get up and you just clear your throat a little bit, like, like
Hmm.
that's it. No phlegm, nothing. And then just I felt I was feeling good, so I went out and I volunteered for a race that we have here in our community, and I skinned up our mountain, skiing on Sunday, February 24th. Felt fine. My husband and I went for runs, and then kind of I started feeling, just really kind of run down after that. Was kind of having the muscle aches and pains again, and then I just felt like extremely exhausted, tired. On March 1st, I noticed that I started having like a little bit of a fever, and so did my husband. March 2nd and March 3rd. On March 1st, I'm a healthcare provider, so I went to my clinic and I got an influenza test for me and my husband just to make sure we didn't have the flu, and that was negative. And then on March 2nd, I called the CDC here, and I also called Gunnison, our public health department, and they told me, because I just wanted to, be transparent and just let them know kind of I had traveled to Hawaii, what my symptoms were. I felt really tired. I felt like just kind of when I got up, I wanted to pass out. I felt really just kind of diaphoretic, like so really sweaty, and my heart was kind of racing a little bit. And just everything I did, I just felt, like it was more labored for
Hmm.
sure. And then on the, let's see, on the first, second, third, we had fevers. We just kind of stayed in the house. And then I started feeling, just worse. And so I had my husband on March 8th. He took me to the hospital. I just said, "Can you please take me to the ER? I just feel like I'm going to collapse. I just
Hmm.
feel really run down." So he took me to the ER on March 8th, and then they did influenza testing on me, and that was negative for A and B. And then I started having like just back pain in my lower like rib area. And so they did a chest x-ray, they did blood work on me. My white blood count was low. It was like 3.2, and normally it's like in the 5.4 range. And once they did the chest x-ray, they said I had a bilateral pneumonia in my lower lobes of my lungs. And then they gave me a IV and a little bit of Toradol, which helps kind of take some of the pain away. And then they did the COVID-19 test
Mm.
and then sent me home. And then we stayed home from March 8th on. And on March 11th, I got the test back. And so we've just been self isolating and staying here and just trying to get healthy. And today is probably the first day that I've felt like I'm definitely getting much stronger and better, and
Mhm.
still having like a little shortness of breath, like when I do a lot of stuff, but just doing stuff around the house and trying to get better.
So the CDC website states, quote, the following symptoms may appear 2 to 14 days after exposure. First of all, they aren't really the symptoms that you're talking about. And you weren't tested until 3 weeks after that first runny nose. So when do you believe you first started to feel symptoms? Do you think that was in Hawaii? I mean, I know this is pure speculation. I wish they had tested you sooner so we would have maybe more insight into this, but do you think you contracted it in Hawaii?
I'm not 100% sure where I contracted it. I wish I knew. Like that's the hard
Mm-hmm.
thing. Like I have none of the things on the list. I had no international travel. I had no known exposure to anybody. I had no cough. I was totally asymptomatic. I felt great in Hawaii. I had fun. It's a great, beautiful place. We love it. I don't know, but my symptoms started like the 19th and 20th, like so I don't know. I could have gotten it in Colorado. I could have gotten it traveling through the airports. I have no idea where I got it.
Have you been around large groups of people in Colorado since you got back in close contact, as they're saying, where you could
So
have contracted it?
so in when I was in Hawaii, I was in a large group. I was at a medical conference there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and somebody from seeing my video, they reached out to me, and they were at the same conference, and they had kind of the same symptoms, and that was in, Oahu.
Mm-hmm.
It was a symposium medicus conference, and it was a lot of people. There were a lot of people there. There were probably 300 or 400 people there, and it's a huge hotel. It's the so I don't know. But yeah, since we've been back in Cresta Butte, like when we came back, I just kind of went on with my activities of daily living, my normal life, like going out with my friends, having lunch, skiing, running, doing stuff with my husband. I watched my little nephew, hung out with my sister. I, did all the things that people normally do, like shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I didn't know I had
Right,
the coronavirus,
right.
you
Have
know.
has anyone that you came into close contact with started to develop symptoms or that you know of that's been tested for the coronavirus?
I think that there are like a lot of people just in general are getting tested.
Mm-hmm.
Family, friends, people in our community. I mean, it's a pandemic, so I think you know most people are wanting to get tested. There's not enough tests out
Mm-hmm.
there right now. And I don't know anybody specifically that I've hung out with that has been tested positive for the coronavirus.
Okay, I'm sure we'll know more about that in the coming days. Okay, now I'm going to get to specifics because in Hawaii, just in case, right? We don't know. We don't know where you contracted this illness, but you were in Hawaii for 3 weeks, so it's a possibility. And at this time, our Department of Health is saying that we have no community spread. But they are also only testing people that reach that threshold for testing. So a lot of people are uncertain, and I think they just want this information just in case. So was I, around that same area at the same time, or a large group of people, or whatever? It just gives people more information. We don't want to panic anyone. We just want to give them information. So Maui, you said dates were February.
Sorry, we were just getting a little drop off from
Oh,
my
no
mother.
worries. I know that's so sweet. People have been so nice, right?
They have. Everybody's been so nice. I mean, there's been a few negative people, but that's okay. There's always going to be. Trying to be really positive and stay healthy and help educate and spread the word.
We really appreciate that. So, can we kind of go through specifics of the three islands you went to? Oahu, Maui, Big Island. What were the dates that you were on each island?
Oh, goodness.
So, February 2nd was when you left?
The first island that we went to was Oahu,
Okay.
and then we went to Honolulu. We were there for 3 days in
Mm-hmm.
Honolulu.